Welcome back to Key Talk Media. This show's Key Talk. Check it out, man. All right. I'm going to shout out to Notification Gang, Key Talk Gang for rocking with me every single video. If you listen to my voice right now, go to hit the notification bell so you get a notification every single time I drop a video. Anyway, so some new details have actually came out in the rich homie Quan murder. What I want to say murder, we're going to say with the rich homie Quan unaliving, right? So originally, everybody did say it was an overdose. One of his best friends came out and said he took a bad pill, which of course that definitely could be part of the reason. However, with the new details that came out, I'm not a conspiracy theorist kind of guy, right? I'm like a guy, okay, these are the facts, this is what we know, so this is what it is kind of person, right? So the new details that actually came out, it's got a lot of people questioning what in the blue hell actually happened to rich homie Quan. Now, I won't be one to say, hey, this is 100% what happened. That's 100% what happened because we are currently waiting on the autopsy to come back. However, I posted the new updates of what's now been discovered, which I'm going to get into in just a second. And the comment section on my Instagram at Key Talk Media, y'all are going absolutely wild with theories on what y'all think could have possibly happened to rich homie Quan, right? We're going to get into all that. But first, let me get into the new details about rich homie Quan. I'm going to show you my Instagram at Key Talk Media. And then after that, we're going to actually get into reading the full report on the updated details of the entire rich homie Quan. Like I said, I don't want to say murder, but some of y'all may think it was an actual murder, right? Whether poisoning, whatever it may be. So it says, new update on Rich Homie Quan's incident report, because the new incidents came out, right? His brother said at 3 a.m. he saw Quan passed out on the kitchen floor with food hanging out his mouth. This was unusual, but he just picked him up and laid him on the couch. So just by that small portion right there, y'all have a whole lot to say inside of the comment section. However, here's what I'm going to do. Before we go read the comment section, we're going to read all the details of the new report that actually came out, right? So with me looking at those new details that actually came out, and then I'm going to go to the comment section and we can discuss some of the theories that y'all see and that y'all are actually saying, right? So I'm on the page for the new report. Let me make it big. Boom. All right. So let's dive head first into this, right? So it says, incident report released and rapper Rich Homie Quan's death, right? And this was just released September the 9th. Of course, today is the 9th for like another hour, right? So it says, an incident report released by Atlanta Police Department provides some new details about the death of rapper Rich Homie Quan. In the incident report obtained by 11 Alive, the responding officer stated he received a call from the girlfriend, DeQuantez Devontae Lamar, Rich Homie Quan's real name. The woman said that on Thursday, September 5th, she woke up at 6:45 a.m. to take several kids to school at Lamar's home on Hamden Forest Drive, southwest Atlanta, right? So we know that portion, right? But we're going to get into some new stuff that actually happened a little further down. She said she woke up and realized Lamar was not in the bedroom. When she went downstairs, she noticed that the rapper asleep on the couch when she got back from dropping the kids off. The report says that his girlfriend saw him on the couch believing he was asleep, and she went back up to bed, go to sleep, right? Then at 11 a.m., she woke back up and went back to the couch to check on him. So we know these parts, right? But we're about to get into some new details. The incident report revealed that when she noticed that his body was cold and he did not appear to be breathing, she immediately called 911, the incident report said. The responding officer said he did not see any foul play when he got to the home. So they didn't see any foul play, right? They didn't see that. That's key to know, right? It says the responding officer said Rich Homie Quan did not appear to be alert, conscious, or breathing when he got to the home and checked on him. Rich Homie Quan's brother told police. Now, this is the key point that's got a lot of people shaking their head, right? It says, Rich Homie Quan brother. Well, first of all, before I read that part, remember the first time the girl saw him was at 6 something, right? It says, Rich Homie Quan's brother told police that he woke up at 3 a.m. and noticed the rapper asleep on the floor by the kitchen with food in his mouth. So Rich Homie Quan at this point is literally laying on the floor by the kitchen, which is abnormal. It's going to say that laying on the floor by the kitchen with food pretty much hanging out of his mouth, right? It continues with, after he saw him laying on the floor with food hanging out his mouth, it says, according to the incident report, the officer said his brother said it was very unusual, and he picked him up off the floor and put him on a couch. So at this point, a lot of people was wondering, was Rich Homie Quan already passed away or not? And if there was any way that he could have actually been saved if his brother may have looked deeper into it. However, you have to understand, maybe obviously his brother knows how he is. Maybe this, although he said it's unusual, he's still probably not thinking, okay, he's unalive. He's probably thinking he's passed out. He's an artist. He parties a lot. He has, other stuff that he has going on. So maybe he's just super tired, super sleep. So he picked him up and put him onto the couch, right? It says a cause of death has not been immediately released. An autopsy was completed on the rapper on Friday, but results won't be released until further tests are completed. So obviously they're running more tests on Rich Homie Quan right now. Here's the part about that last part there about the brother pretty much saying that he saw Rich Homie Quan at 3 a.m. Laying on the floor by the kitchen, pretty much food, and out his mouth, pretty much. And the fact that the brother didn't call the police at that time, it could be just because he didn't check. However, within the comment section that I'm about to read, y'all believe that there could potentially have been some sort of foul play. Now, like I say, I'm not a conspiracy theorist kind of person. I'm a realist kind of person. That's not to say that I believe it or disbelieve it. That's just to say we have to wait until there's more details. However, there's nothing wrong with people having their own opinions and theories on what they believe could have potentially, went on, right? Some people believe somebody gave them a pill that was wrong. Some people believe, you know what? Hold up. Let me just read exactly what y'all are saying, right? And I want y'all to be able to read it with me. So, it says, let's just read the comments. It says, so you picked up a dead body and didn't think nothing up all that dead weight because it's weird. Okay, that's a valid point, I will say, because dead weight is definitely heavier. But at the time, like I said, he's probably not knowing that, his brother's dead. He's probably thinking he's just sleeping. But dead weight definitely does have a different type of weight. But do we know if he knows how much his brother weighs? I don't know, right? Like I say, it's a valid point. However, I can't just say I 100% agree with it, but I will say that it's a valid point. Now we read the comments assigned to that. I'm sure there's people going to be agreeing with it and some people not agreeing with it. He said, oh God, world, like how many people really was in that house? How the girl there, the brother there, and nobody knew what was that this was odd. With food hanging out his mouth, man, seems like a hell of a case. More to come. The next person said, they probably didn't have nothing to do with it, 50-50 right now. But like you said, how can you not notice the dead weight and no breathing groans or none, just straight dead body is crazy. More to come. Man, I'm chilled up. This ain't no conspiracy, little bro. Let me accept this comment from whoever this is. It says, bro, the kid got poisoned. It was a hit. They knew if they was to shoot at him, they would be charged. Doug with the witness intimidation. Bro was going to testify and niggas couldn't let that happen. The next person said, people that pop irks and other unks pass out or nod off, it's normal for them. Maybe he didn't think it was an actual dead body. And that is definitely a valid point as well. And that's why I was saying, okay, I agree with what the first comment said, but also this is a very valid point. But also another very valid point, he could have been unalive because that he was going to potentially testify. I mean, that's another valid point. But however, listen, Woody done already got up there and testified. The other dude, Tunk, I don't know how to say his name. He up there testifying. So, I mean, although I will say, as far as the Donovan Thomas part goes, Rich Homie Quan definitely would have been like a major part of that particular situation, because that's why they kind of split up from being cool. However, I'm not completely sold on that's what happened, right? But I'm gonna continue reading the comment section with y'all, just see what y'all ideas, right? So the next person said he probably wasn't dead yet then. The girl said he was on the couch since that evening in the same spot. Well, I mean, that was before. It was that morning, actually, at 6 something, but the brother saw him at 3 something. So what she's saying, her timing is kind of off. Shh, don't even sound right. And if you ain't never tried to pick up no dead body, then go try it. Shh, ain't that easy when rigor mortis set in. Okay, so the next person said, y'all sound silly as unk. If I see my brother on the floor passed out, I'ma either assume he drunk, sleep, or something and do what his brother did and put him on a bed or couch. Y'all don't know what his brother thought, and he had food hanging out his mouth, not foam. So how would he know there was an issue? Also, stop thinking y'all know everything and y'all would have done everything. So, very valid point. Very valid point. Somebody agreed with him, said I'm saying, and the next person said, that's weird. The last thing I'll do is think he's asleep. And one thing I'm not going to do is pick up a grown man. I'll try to wake him up first. Once he doesn't wake up, that's an immediately red flag. Okay, very valid point as well. I will agree with that. That's a very valid point. I don't want to be picking you up, bro. You got to go and go get on that couch or something like that. Personally, would I pick my little bro up? If it was to the point to where I knew that he was alive, I ain't gonna care. If I just saw him laying on the floor by like the kitchen, I would definitely try to like be like, hey, you know what I'm talking about, just to get some type of reaction. Just naturally, I would naturally try to get some type of reaction out of him, right? I wouldn't just immediately go to picking him up. However, that's how I would do it. That's not to say that's how he would actually do it, right? So with that being said, it is what it is, right? That's why I say I'm not fully sold on nothing yet. I'm just looking at all the details and observing first, right? The next person said, shake my head goes to show no one really care about you but you. But the internet, swear them OD, the internet a crazy world. Don't nobody know how he died but the Fulton County medical examiner. Until they speak on it, it's all cat. And then, of course, they continue. It said, this won't age well. How the hell won't it age well? You another gopher thinking you know what's going on. When they say he OD'd, then I'll believe it. But you can't tell me he OD'd and I believe you. I'm not going for it, buddy. So there's somebody else who's waiting to see what the medical examiner say, which of course is a smart thing to do, right? But the next person said, why he didn't call the police when he passed out in the kitchen instead of moving him. And let's go prove this person's comment. Probably finds him not at all. He probably used to doing things like that when Quan is so he ain't think nothing of it. Dude, ain't nobody black calling the police to your house. Whole house going to jail even if it was okay. Next person said, story sounds all messed up, man. Prayers for Rich Homie Quan, real family. This world cold and no love out here. I never do that to my brother. He ain't wake up when he pick him up. He should have known there was something up. Some to this story. So there's people that believe that there's more to this story that just ain't pretty much been talked about, which that's a very, very valid thing to actually believe that there's more to the story, because even to me, I will be honest, it does definitely sound like there's more to this story. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, I don't know if it's foul play. I don't know what it may be, but it definitely does sound like it's more to the story rather than a person just accidentally taking this, because I ain't going to lie. When I did read that part about just laying on the floor, it did rub me the wrong way. But then again, like I say, that's my own personal feeling. I don't know how other people treat their situations, right? It could be different. So I try to have an open mind with it. But that doesn't mean that I don't get a low feeling about it, right? But if we continue, it says, whole story made no sense to me. Oh my gosh, you just picked him up and threw him on the couch? You sick as hell. Dang, he could have saved him and didn't even know it. And then somebody replied and said, we don't know that, which is very true. The next person said, dang, rest up, but he wasn't my hero. I don't know what he's talking about. This can most definitely happen. My sister found my granny on the floor passed out, called the ambulance and neighbors to help, put her back in the bed. The ambulance checked her vitals and said they were normal. However, moments later, she was no longer breathing and was cold to touch. The ambulance was called back and they pronounced her DOA. Okay, so look, just by hearing that, who's to say that whenever the brother picked up Rich Homie Quan and laid him on the couch, who's to say that he wasn't still alive at that time? Maybe there's a potential chance that he was still alive at that time. Maybe he has some sort of movements at that time. We don't know if when he picked them up. So that's a good detail to pretty much ask, information you get from the brother. Whenever you picked him up, was there any movement? Did you feel any dead weight? Did you see him make any type of sounds or noises at all? We don't know that information, right? So that's why I say I can't just fully sell myself on a particular idea on what actually happened, because there's still some missing pieces. And that's also why I say that there's more to the story, right? The next person said, so nobody in that house really cared about him, man. Got it. So you picked up okay, cool. And it just pretty much repeats itself, right? So listen, man, those are just the extra details that I pretty much like I say, discovered about Rich Homie Quan, and that I wanted to go over with y'all. And the reason I want to go over with y'all is because I want to know y'all's idea, y'all's opinion, what y'all think happened. Do y'all think it was just a freak accident? Do y'all think it was some type of foul play? Did this rub y'all the wrong way and got y'all thinking? Or are you just kind of just sitting back, sitting back and waiting till more details come out, wait till the examiner's report come in, and then going to try to formulate your idea on what you think went on, right? Either way it goes, Rich Homie Quan is no longer with us. RIP to Rich Homie Quan. Condolences to the whole entire family. But as more details come out, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. Make sure you follow my Instagram at Key Talk Media too. That's where I put all the details before I put it here. And like I say, from there we'll just see how it goes. Anyways, let me know something. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.